All right, Ramptech Designer. Let's do this. It's going to give you the Ramptech terms of use and liability, zero tolerance policy, no VPNs, email-based enforcement, official Ramptech products only, no misuse or representation, no commercial use without permission, and the acceptance of terms. Once you've read everything, you get down to the bottom. You can either say, forget it, I'm out of here, decline and exit, it'll close it, or agree and proceed to the designer. First thing you're going to see is the quick tutorial on how to use the Ramptech Designer. So left-hand UI, this whole section over here, is the blueprint library. Expand the categories and click on any ramp component to instantly drop it onto the Ramptech design pad. I'm going to click next. It's going to throw you over to the right-hand UI, which is all of this here. Park customizer, set your yard footprint and choose your riding surfaces here. You can also load pre-built starter park layouts to jumpstart your build. And then there's a little note here that says loading a starter template will clear your current unsaved pad. So if you've pulled ramp pieces into this pad and then you choose one of the pre-built parks, which are right here, it's going to actually wipe the pad clean and drop in the components that are associated with that pre-built. Click next again. It's going to move us up to the save and load progress. Load a pre-built park to save your masterpiece. Click the green plus button to name and save your current layout. Then save your layout to your hard drive's downloads folder as a .ramptech file. You can load it back up anytime from this dropdown. So this green button here, we're grayed out because we're still in the tutorial. Green button here lets you save a layout, and you can save any number of layouts. You can have 20 in here if you want. However, it's better to save your layout and then save it to your hard drive as a .ramptech file. Click next again. Moving and grouping, click any ramp to slide it with the movement gizmo or switch to spinning to rotate it using the component adjustment that appears here. Right now, you don't see anything behind this next to it around it because we don't have a ramp on the pad, and you won't see it until you put a ramp down and then select that ramp. One of the pro tips is to hold shift while clicking to group multiple ramps or window select multiple ramp components. We also have a window select button down here for people that struggle with the hold shift. It's kind of a 3D modeling function that we've put into this. I'll work through all of that stuff. I'm going to click got it. Then it's going to give us our last one down here, submit for review. When your park is ready, click down here to generate a 3D architectural blueprint and send it to our desk. Now, the submit for review button is only for skate parks. It's not for the skate at home stuff. So if you're designing something skate at home, design away, save your park layout, save it to your hard drive, have it so you can show your parents, have it so you can show your friends. But unless you're designing a skate park, which is going to be thicker ramps, metal at the bottom to protect the skate light, the submit for review button is pretty much just for jurisdictional parks and rec. So we're going to click start designing. It's going to illuminate the Ramptech Designer once you get through the tutorial. Like it said, left-hand side, Ramptech Blueprint Library. It's as simple as just picking something from one of these categories. The little arrow here will fly it out. Let's go with half pipe. Let's put a 2-foot by 8-foot half pipe in here. I'm going to click it. It's going to load the half pipe into the center of the pad. You have your camera navigation down here. Rotate view, left click and drag. If you left click and drag your mouse while you're holding left click, you're orbiting. Pan and move, right click plus drag, which means right click, hold right click, and you can pan around by just dragging your mouse. Zoom in and out is the scroll wheel. Just roll it back to zoom out, roll it forward to zoom in. And now, like it said in the tutorial, now that we have a ramp on the pad and the ramp is selected and we have our ramp movement gizmo, we have our controls up here in the upper right hand corner. So with these controls, we can say, I just want to move it along this axis. If you pick that blue arrow or anywhere along that blue line, it's going to let you only slide that direction. If you pick the red, it only lets you slide this direction. It's also not going to allow you to slide that gizmo off of the pad, so you don't lose it out in space. You can raise the ramp up. You can only go up about 20 feet for in situations where you have a half pipe that you want to put a ramp to drop in on. You can put a ramp on top of the deck of the half pipe. We've set this so you can't shoot a ramp 1,000 feet into the air and then you're trying to find it and you can't because you can't rotate past 0. So over here we have sliding XYZ, which is this gizmo here. If you click spinning, it's going to give you a different gizmo. It's going to give you the arc gizmo. Click anywhere on that green gizmo and it's going to allow you to rotate the ramp in 15-degree increments. So we'll go back up here, we'll go to sliding. If you click the red box here, it's essentially giving you just the XY sliding. Let's put another ramp in here. Let's slide this guy out of the way, drop a quarter pipe in. Let's go 2x4 quarter pipe. I'm going to slide that. Now, up here you have your lock selection button. Let's say you have a bunch of ramps on here and you're having a hard time getting this lined up. It's accidentally clicking and you're clicking off and you're selecting a different ramp. If you click the lock selection button here, it does not allow you to deselect the ramp that you want to move. So it doesn't matter how many times you click anywhere else, it will not deselect this ramp until you tell it to unlock that selection. You can also duplicate your selection here. It's just going to drop it a few feet off to the side. Now you have the ability to window select. You can either click the window select button down here, which turns on the crossing window, so it's a click and drag. Window select is still on. I'm going to hold down left click. I'm going to drag the window around. I'm going to let go. It's selected everything, and now it's all moving as one unit. You can also link the ramps together. So in larger designs, if you have 4 quarter pipes and you've got a rail or you've got a bank ramp, you want to move that as one single unit, you can use the window select button, or you can hold the shift button down, make sure your mouse is off the side of the pad, and click and drag and select everything. Click link ramps together. Now these ramps are all linked together. Regardless of what we do, until we click unlink custom assembly, these 3 ramps will maintain a connection to each other. It's a group. So let's go over here and let's drop a ledge in. Let's go with a hubba ledge. Notice it's going to automatically select the hubba ledge, even though we have these ramps grouped together. If I were to move this hubba ledge out of the way and select the half pipe, or select the hubba ledge and then select a quarter pipe, it's going to grab the group. You'll notice up here, unlink custom assembly. That custom assembly will stay that way until you unclick this. You can also spin it as a group. If I click the hubba ledge, it's alone. I'm going to click that group. I'm going to move the group. I'm going to say, okay, that's pretty good right there. Let me unlink it so I can now select these quarter pipes individually, slide them around. If I wanted to zoom out a little bit, hold the shift button down, click off in space, hold the click, and let go. I can then link all of these together, and now the whole selection is together. Now, you remember what I said about the gizmo not allowing you to drop ramps off the pad? That only really works when you're dealing with one ramp. Technically, you can slide them off the pad by grouping them, because the gizmo is going to center, and it's the gizmo that will not exit the pad. Let's unlink those. Let's go over here into our right UI. And let's go environment settings. We're going to click the show button. Here is where you can change your pad width. Let's make it 50 by 50. Let's change our ground surface to street asphalt. Over here on the right hand side, you also have your ramp settings. We can change our riding surface. We can change our deck surface, our coping finish, and in cases where you're looking at a larger half pipe, you can turn the concrete footers on or off. So let's say you're working with mulch and you have mulch in your backyard, and you go over to your half pipes and you say, I want a 5 by 16 half pipe. Obviously you can't have the wood just sitting on the mulch, so you click concrete footers and then lift it up a little bit, and now it's sitting on concrete footers. And if you look over at the side, you can zoom in. That ramp is now sitting properly on concrete footers. So let's change some settings here. Let's go riding surface. Skate light natural. It's a little bit too bright. Click that drop down. Let's see what skate light black looks like. It's going to change all of the ramps that can be shipped with black skate light to black skate light. Let's change it to R50 brown skate light. Now let's change the deck surface from HDO plywood. Let's say we're going to be skating this thing really hard and we want to spend the extra money on the skate light. Skate light R50 brown. You can change the deck surface independent of the riding surface. Let's change our coping from galvanized steel to something slicker like diamond grind blue steel. You'll notice that anything that has coping on it is now converted to the blue and green diamond grind. If you're zoomed in, you can change the diamond grind lime green, change it back to galvanized, and you'll even notice that the quarter pipe over here is changing to galvanized. Let's change it back to blue steel because that looks slick. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's do something that makes sense here. Let's move these guys. I'm just going to single click them, click spinning, give that hubble ledge a little bit of room, and obviously you can't skate on mulch, so let's change that to smooth concrete, or you know what, better yet, let's change it to paving stones because we're working on a patio now. Let's move this quarter pipe over here. Let's grab a little bit bigger of a quarter pipe. Let's say we've got a 4 by 8. Let's put something meaty in here. Grab this one, slide this one over, grab this one, spin it, slide this. Let's find a skate bench under ledges, skate bench, drop that in there. So you've got the Ramptech skate bench in there. You know what, let's go find a table. Street obstacles, 5.0 skate table. Let's go 5.0 skate table low. Let's drop that in there. Put in another quarter pipe. So now let's say we just wanted to move these 2 quarter pipes. I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to click and drag. It's going to let me select those 2 quarter pipes, and I can just move them. You don't have to group, you don't have to link everything together if you're just doing a quick move. But if I wanted to, I could say link those ramps together. And then I could go over here, select this ramp, hold shift, click this ramp. It's going to say adjusting 2 components. So let me do that again. I'm going to select this quarter pipe here. I'm going to hold the shift button down. I'm going to click the smaller quarter pipe. Up here, it's going to say adjusting 2 components. I'm going to link those together. And then let me grab the bench. Let me hold shift, grab the hubba ledge, and grab the skate table. Adjusting 3 components up here. Link those together. Now I can move these as a group. I can move these as a group. And I can move these as a group. So let's say we want to save this. Over here, my saved layouts. Unsaved workspace right now because we have not saved anything. If the power were to go out, if Chrome were to crash for whatever reason, you would lose everything that's here. It's not, nothing is saved. You only get what you're looking at. So let's click the green button here. Let's give it a name. Backyard. We're going to name it Backyard Park. It's going to give you a little dialog that says layout Backyard Park successfully saved. Now you'll notice that your saved layouts say Backyard Park and you get a save over button. This is the overwrite button. Also the trash button. So you can either update your layout. Let's say you moved something. If we move this right here and click that green floppy disk button, update existing layout, Backyard Park, click OK to overwrite or cancel to save as a new layout. I just want to overwrite it, so I'm going to click OK. It's going to tell you it's successfully saved. Now our Backyard Park is set to that. So let's say we go up here to the load pre-built parks. Let's go Skatepark layout 4. Loading a template will clear your current layout. Proceed. I'm going to click OK. It's going to change the pad size to match this pre-built park. If we go down to my saved layouts, click that drop down, click Backyard Park. It's going to say loading a saved layout will clear your current pad. Proceed. Okay. Changes the pad back, changes the ground surface back, and drops in everything that you saved. You can also save your park layout to your hard drive. If I click this button here, it's going to say name your export file layout. So I'm going to say Backyard Park. It's already filled in because we saved the layout. I'm going to click OK, and you're going to notice up here in Chrome, you're going to get the download button. It's going to say backyard-park.ramptech. Now, that's dropped into your downloads folder. If you wanted to load that, you click this button here, open Blueprint file, go to your downloads folder, Backyard Park Ramptech, layout imported successfully, click OK. And if we did not have Backyard Park in here, it would load that back in for us. So that's just a backup to the backup. You can save your layout. You can also export your layout to a Ramptech file. Going a step further, you can click the Share Ramptech 3D Design button here. It's going to tell you rich text link copied. You can now paste this directly into any email client or document. So if we were to go to an email client and paste it, it would give us a cool link with a little skateboard that says Ramptech 3D Design. You could send that to your buddy. Your buddy could click that and he could open it and he would be looking at the park that you had just designed. Now what's neat about that is that if you guys want to design back and forth, let's say you guys are on opposite sides of town or your buddy's in Amsterdam and you're at home and when he gets home you guys want to build a park, you can design, pass the link, he can edit it, he can pass you a new link. Now you're looking at his changes, back forth until you get it exactly how you want it. Another cool feature is the preview blueprint. If you click this button, you're going to see the screen flash. You're going to get the download, and then when it's done, this is what you're going to be looking at. Ramptech Designer, Skatepark Layout Proposal, and Blueprint. Because you haven't filled in any information yet, it's just for your records. So you can ignore customer name because that's you, obviously. Organization is irrelevant. Email, not important. It gives you the space dimensions of what you designed, what type of ground surface it is, when you generated it, what your deck, riding, and coping were set to. You can also click this button to open that design. You notice it just opened a new tab in Chrome. If I click agree and proceed to designer and hit skip tour here, it's going to drop that design into the designer for you. So you can send that PDF to your buddy. You can paste that link up here, the Share Ramptech 3D Design link. So let me close this. Let me go back to that PDF, show you what else is in it. Gives you a bird's eye view of the park, gives you a top-down view of the park. Scroll down to the third page. It tells you all of the components that are making up that park. So 2x8 half pipe, 2x4 quarter pipe, what the riding surface is set to, what the coping is set to. It tells you total components placed, 9 pieces. Right now we have 2 different series on the left hand side. We have the street series, which if you want to buy the street series, you can click this button right here, home use customers buy ramps here, drops you right into the skate at home ramps on ramptech.com. If you are a jurisdiction, if you're a parks and rec, If you're a church group, the Skatepark series is for the heavier use ramps. So let's do this. Let's go up here. Let's hit reset pad. It's going to say, are you sure you want to clear your entire layout and start fresh? Click OK. Let's say we're dealing with an indoor space in a warehouse that's attached to the back of your church. Let's say that warehouse space is 70 by 30. Let's change it to smooth concrete, and we're going to go down here to the Skatepark series. Let's start out with something heavy. Let's say 5 by 26 spine half pipe. Look at that thing. That thing is a monster. Let's fit it back here. Let's whip around. And one thing you're going to notice is that from the previous concrete footers that I was showing, they're still on. You can simply click this button here. This is going in a warehouse. It doesn't need footers. It's sitting on concrete. We're going to turn those off. Now you've got a 5-foot tall by 26-foot wide spine half pipe. And you know what? Maybe that's all you guys need. There isn't a whole lot of room for anything else. Drop your pieces in, save your layout, export your layout to a .ramptech, save your blueprint if you want to, share it to your buddy, change your environment settings, change your ramp settings. If you're buying home products like skate at home stuff, click the button here. If you're designing a skate park, once you have skate park components in here, a formal engineering quote requires at least one skate park series component, which are these bottom ones here. This button will light up and you can submit it straight to the Ramptech desk. And that's it. Get out there and play with this thing.